Who would have thought that an unknown kid from the Philippines would set foot in the American soil and one by one crossed out the world's greatest pool shooters, became the most lethal and feared competitor that conquered one of the most prestigious and largest pool tournament celebrated in the United States, and became the very first foreign player to ever win the US Open 9-ball championships.
Efren Reyes, his first major title, it's the US Open in
Efren Bata Reyes is every Filipino who pulled themselves out of poverty. Reyes was born to a poor family in a small town in Pampanga. He is the fifth sibling in 9 children. They live in a small house without electricity and running water. When Reyes turned 5 years old, his parents decided to send him to his uncle in Manila. That's when Efren Reyes' fate changed. Efren started playing at the age of 8. When he was 12, he was already one of Manila's best pool players. He dropped out of high school and pursued his career in billiards. At age 15, Reyes was already the most notorious billiard player in the Philippines. It came to a point that Reyes' notoriety for billiards became so widespread and famous in the Philippines that no one would dare to play him anymore. In his 20s, Reyes decided to fly out away from the Philippines and wanted to go out offshores. So he joined tournaments in Asia and in the United States. As featured in our last video, Reyes played 3 cushion billiards in the 1960s and 1970s, and being discovered by promoters, this gave him opportunities to compete in big-time tournaments. During the 1980s, when Reyes was considered a top-class player in his homeland, but not yet internationally recognized, he went to the US to hustle. Popular legend claims that Reyes earned $80,000 in a week. This feat made him a folk hero back home. Efren dominated pool events in the 1985 in the US and won major tournaments including the 1985 Chicago Billiard Cafe Open, the Billiards Open, Tar Heel Open, Reds 9-ball Open, and both the 1985 and 1986 Suns Regency 9-ball Championship, and later in 1988 the PBA McDermott Masters 9-ball Tournament. Reyes began winning a number of tournaments in the US, Europe, and parts of Asia. Thus, he started to gain attention and recognition worldwide. At the start of his career, he uses aliases to hide his identity so he would be allowed to compete. He used a different name to confuse event organizers and players from avoiding him. Instead of going by his real name, he used the name of his best friend, Cesar Morales, and surprised players at the Reds Open 9-ball tournament in Houston, Texas. For 21 days, he beat every unsuspecting challenger who did not know they were actually playing the legendary shooter from the Philippines. By the mid-1990s, he had become one of the elite players of the Philippines, alongside Jose Parica, Rodolfo Luat, George Dacer, Manuel Flores, and Francisco Bustamante. Reyes' fame even became overwhelmed when he won the US Open 9-ball championship in 1994 by defeating Nick Varner in the finals. He was the first non-American to win the event.
Was that on your mind at the time? Oo, nung tumitira si Nick Varner, akala ko hindi na naman ako titira dahil tuwing paglalaro ko sa final, hindi ako makalisap para ba lagi ako natatalo ng ganyan.
And today, Join us as we revisit this history-making match in the 1994 US Open 9-Ball Championship.
Tira si Nick Barner, akala ko hindi na naman ako titira.
And look at that. There is no real great shot. It kissed it, but came around. Great shot. Left for Varner. Nick Varner, the #1 player in the world, takes on Efren Reyes, the #8 ranked player in the world that many people...
You're probably talking about the toughest player in the world today to beat. I was watching him play a match with Kim Davenport, and the score was 11-11. Nick missed the 9-ball, and Kim came up, made the 9-ball, broke the balls, didn't make a ball, which was a pretty simple shot he should have made. He's breaking the balls very good, and he's running out. He's going to be very hard to beat.
No wonder that Nick Varner, an American pool player, was the favorite of this match, because he is the ranked #1 pool player of the Pro Tour at this time and have on his queue a staggering 50 career titles, including 16 major 9-ball events. He was also a back-to-back champion, winning the US Open in 2 consecutive years in 1989 and 1990, calling him the Player of the Year. He was also inducted by the Billiard Congress of America as a Hall of Famer in 1992. As what the commentator said, this guy would be very hard to beat.
And he's running out. He's going to be very hard to beat.
His road to championships were very close ones. It was a struggle for Nick Varner, with 3 matches all came to the final rack, scoring 13-12.
Well, Efren's the magician. You know, he got some bad rolls, didn't get any breaks to even try to win the tournament. When he played Earl Strickland, Earl just came out and he was on fire. There was no chance for him to win. And Johnny Archer did the same thing to him. We're going to have to see what happens today because...
Efren Reyes came as an underdog in this match. He was not very known at this time. He is the #8 ranked player with only 8 career titles on his queue. He is on the Pro Tour for only 9 years, while Nick Varner has been playing for 24 years. In the previous year of the US Open in 1993, Efren only finished 2nd place and will be looking forward on the title this year. The irony is that Efren Reyes' road to championship in this match was never a struggle to him. In fact, he scored at least 4 games advantage, defeating each of his opponents, 3 of which only scored 4 out of 13. No one got close to him in the finals. In other words, it was a complete domination for him.
Most of the so-called
to win this tournament. And Nick continues to break the balls. Great. Notice the cue ball is coming back with the 1 ball and put the 1 ball up table by the 9 ball. Oh, we put it by the 5 ball. Okay, but notice the cue ball behind the 6 ball.
he doesn't mind playing a safety game.
No, he loves this part of the game right here. He hardly ever misses the ball when he kicks at it. Misses hitting it.
Oh my goodness, what a shot.
There you go. He kicked the 1 ball in.
You can hear the oohs and the ahs, and this is a hard crowd to impress.
In the very first shot of Efren, it was magic at first sight.
Great shot. Great kick shot. And now he has a nice table. Ball's laid out nice.
You saw early several opportunities. You think, though, you've said it's just, you believe coincidence that people have played great against him.
He's a great shot maker. It's a great shot right there. Notice the cue ball, how it just comes off the rail nice and soft for the 7 ball. Probably hold it up a little inside, a little right-hand English low. Notice how the cue ball just moves very little. Nice speed.
Beat for a second, it looked like it might hit and not go in, but there it is. So, the first chapter belongs to the gentleman from the Philippines. 1-0 Reyes.
In the 5th rack, Efren played great and got a lead on the match by scoring 3-1.
Does he get a shot? Wow, that's big right there. That 1 ball came out. Just hit it perfect.
Awesome.
basically stop right there for the 4-ball.
Basically, that's what he did. In fact, drew it a little.
Here for the 6-ball. Watch the cue ball come off the rail nice and easy, and the cue ball comes right up straight in for the 6-ball. And get a little closer to the 7-ball. Drawing it off the rail and bring it back out so he's closer and has the angle. Notice the angle.
I want it.
Yes, he'll come off this rail and back down table here.
I'd bet on it. Doing his impersonation of Earl Strickland in the World Championships. He looks terrific. And now that lead, remember it's only a race to 9, starting to look.
If he keeps making a ball on the break and the 1-ball keeps going down by that corner, he's going to be awfully tough to beat. As a matter of fact, he'll be able to make the 1 straight in.
So the 3-ball disappeared on the break and didn't go.
He tried to throw it in.
Varner got a lifeline after Efren misses the 1-ball, hitting it too thick.
And he hits it, don't go in now. Okay, good. Now he wants a little angle on this. Bringing the cue ball back. Left-hand English again. I should have missed it. He overcuts the ball. He hits it on the outside of the pocket, hits the point, and goes into the other point. He's breaking the balls very good, and he's running out.
Real mistake in the tournament.
That's a shot.
Everyone was surprised when Varner missed an easy shot. This was highly uncharacteristic mistake of him in this caliber.
Now Efren has an angle on the 6-ball, so if he can get a picture of this, he's going to go to the bottom rail and come back up to the middle table for the 7-ball. With right-hand English, he spins it around, brings it right back in the middle table. On the same pocket. He has to get up. 3 rails over here and play the 9. He'll put the cue ball over here somewhere.
Tough shot.
Speed control is very important. 1, 2, 3 rails. And that's exactly about what he wanted to do.
He just worked himself into a 5-1 lead.
Has 3. Earl Strickland has 3. Ooh.
There he got a lucky break there.
Yeah.
He didn't scratch. He let the cue ball get away from him, and now he's got center ball. Just make the 2.
Got it.
Okay, you've decided to get straight in, straight on the 4. Okay, a little angle on the 4-ball, so not touching the 9 at all.
There it is.
Let's bring the cue ball back out for an angle on the 7-ball.
He got the number 1 ball on the
Straight in. Ball. Nice and softly, he'll roll it in. Great.
Have to admire the way both are playing. 5-3 now. 5-3 now. We'll be back with more from the U.S. Open 9-ball championships right after this.
We move forward to rock number 12. Efren still dominated, scoring 7 games to 4. He is 2 rocks away from the championship title.
He's going to put the 1-ball down table and the cue ball over behind the 2-ball. Did he hit it hard enough? Oh, he hit it great. Great shot. That's a great shot, Dave.
Reyes can figure out a way out of this one.
Well, I wouldn't bet that he doesn't hit it. Efren will go to the bottom rail over to this rail and lengthen it out and come over to the one right here. Now, if he catches, now if you notice, got
Got
a
it.
great shot.
Oh, goodness. And look at that.
Look at that shot.
There is no real great shot left for Varner. What a master.
Varner made a perfect safety play, giving Efren a very tough kick. Almost an impossible hit on the 1-ball. But with precision, coupled with luck, he did not only make contact with the 1-ball, but landed on a counter snooker position for Nick Varner.
Try to kick the 1 in.
Oh, great
Look at here. Look at this shot.
Folks, you're watching something special right here.
This is a great shot. He hits right-hand English on the cue ball, jumps the ball up in the air, comes off the rail with the English, hits the 1 ball almost full in the face, double kisses it, sends it on the other side of the 9 ball, and the cue ball goes right behind the 9. And he's going to come to the bottom rail again and try to hit this with right-hand English. He's got to watch he doesn't scratch. There's a scratch. That's what he
got
had to be
the
careful.
ball, but you said you warned him.
1, 2, and 3 are in nice positions, but the whole problem is 6. He's shooting this left-handed. Nick shoots lefty and righty. He shoots lefty very, very good. Earl Strickland. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he made a mistake. I believe. He did. He's on the rail. He's coming off. He's got an angle on the 4 ball. Notice the angle. He's hit that perfect. Did he get there? Looks like he hit it. Looks like he hit it perfect. There it is.
It will be one of the more classic tables of the night.
Here's a 3-rail shot, laid perfect to come right. Notice how his position, the cue ball is coming toward the little bit for the 9 ball in the opposite corner. Bounce off the rail.
The 1994 edition worthy of being called the U.S. Open champion. Nick Varner and Efren Reyes putting on a show here in Chesapeake.
Varner kept his confidence and started to build his momentum. He has to come back as his fellow countryman is betting on him to win his 3rd title of the event.
There. 6 ball got in the way. That was a tough break. Tough break. He'll put the 2 ball up by a little past the side pocket. And watch out for the gullyway here. He may have left the gullyway. Notice the cue ball between the 3 and 9. He may have left Nick a shot between the 2 ball. He had noticed the passage.
That's a better angle. Great shot.
Next. Give him a shot. Okay, I think he's okay. He'll play the cue ball up toward the side pocket. There it is. Now he's left it. Notice the angle. Oh. Bounce off the rail a little bit.
Some concern now in Reyes' eyes. 2 in a row for Nick Varner. It's 7-6.
A bad safety. Now that's what I was talking about, safeties. Nick's been doing that earlier in the match. I'll tell you the truth from experience. I'm thinking about, give me a shot. I want to win. And Nick's made a great break here. Did he make a ball? He needs to make a ball. Did he make a ball?
No. But no.
There's a good opportunity for Efren now.
We can't believe
this rack. And he
there
makes
it
the
is.
1.
Definitely fade a part of this game.
Numbers on him.
To win a major tournament, obviously you have to be able to play great, but so many. If ever there was a time around for Reyes.
At a bottom rail for the 9 ball.
There it is. 8-6. Efren Reyes. The 39-year-old.
Efren played smooth and terrific as he moves forward to his final rack. The crowd can sense now that a new champion is about to emerge.
And he's got a shot. Oh, this could be over right now. He's got a nice layout here. He's made a ball on the break.
Crowd senses Reyes, who's won 8 international titles, could be
2 rails in the middle of the table. Low left-hand English. 1, 2, back out in the center of the table. And he's hitting a little easy. Decides to do with the cue ball here.
Wondering how that could be. He's such a great player.
Here he's coming off the bottom rail, back out center for the 3-ball. That's a great shot.
What do you think is running through him right now? What kind of emotions is he feeling?
I think right now he knows he's going to win the U.S. Open, to tell you the truth. He's not thinking negative at all. He's very positive. All champions are positive thinkers. And he's just thinking now that I've won this tournament. He won't show his expression until he's won it, but he's got a nice chance to run the table. Balls are open nicely for him. And he's playing great. He's got a nice angle on the 5-ball to come off the rail for the 7 in the same pocket. Good angle on the 7-ball to come out for the 8-ball. Okay, now here he's going to play 2 rails with the cue ball. He's going to bring the cue ball up here somewhere. High left-hand English. Look out.
Ooh. It kissed it but came around.
Now he's got to watch the 9-ball. He doesn't touch the 9-ball. He doesn't want to touch the 9-ball. He doesn't want to take a foul.
He's double checking.
Going to draw the cue ball back. Low English. There it is.
The jinx is over. Efren Reyes, his first major title. It's the U.S. Open in 1994. You have to feel so good for that gentleman. You really do it. Well, Nicky Varner, you feel the 1994 U.S. Open champion is Efren Reyes and becomes the first foreign player ever to win the U.S. Open. Standing by.
Who would have thought that this notorious kid from the Philippines would gain victory over a 2-time US Open champion Nick Varner and later crowned as the overall winner. This title would bring great honor to his fellow countrymen and would mark history on the heart of those who love the sport. Join us again on our next video as we feature the next chapter of the life of the greatest pool player to have ever lived, as the magician Efren Bata Reyes.